What's up, Fiend fam? Welcome back to another video. As most of you know, Harley-Davidson has decided to release another in the Icon collection, this time a play on the Low Rider ST, naming it El Diablo. Of course, you know that they couldn't do that without me making a video on it, so here are my thoughts. Those of you that know me know that I absolutely loved my Low Rider S. That was going to be my forever bike. I may have owned other bikes along with it, but that was going to be my forever bike. So, just from that standpoint, this bike speaks to me. That being said, I think it's wholly overpriced. Don't get me wrong, I believe it is an absolutely gorgeous bike. The paint job is phenomenal. But I just can't justify spending that kind of money on the El Diablo. First and foremost, it's one of the Icon collections, so it's limited to a run of 1,500 bikes. As of right now, you actually can't buy one. You have to go to the Harley-Davidson website or your dealership. But in my case, I went to the website and clicked on like a reserve or something like that. So you put in your information and you pick the closest dealership to you that you want to deal with. That doesn't mean that you're guaranteed a bike. That's just you putting in that you're interested and want to attempt to reserve one. Now, last year when they came out with the electric glide revival bike, a lot of dealerships that got them in immediately turned around and proceeded to mark them up. If you don't think that's going to happen with this bike, you've got another thing coming. There are some dealerships that, like my home dealership, always does MSRP. So that's a good thing, but there are going to be a lot of other dealerships out there who won't. And I can't justify it. I mean, the base price of the Low Rider ST as it is $22,000, and I think it might be a little bit more if you go with the gunship gray instead of the vivid black, but we'll call it $22,000. The El Diablo does come with the Rockford Fosgate speaker system that nicely integrates into the fairing of the Low Rider ST. It is a $1,000 speaker setup, which, quite frankly, I don't believe it's worth it. But even if that was what you wanted, they're hard to come by. My understanding is that there's a waiting period on that to have it. If you already had an ST and you want to add that, I believe Harley has it for $1,019, and that there's a wait list for them as everything that's going on with the pandemic and supply chains and this other thing. Another thing I'm not too happy about, it's a great bike and all that, but they chose a bike that's already difficult to get your hands on. I've seen one Low Rider S in person that wasn't owned by Harley. There was a gentleman. Last time I went to my home dealership, he put a deposit down the day that the Low Rider ST was announced by Harley, and he was picking it up then, and he had waited quite a bit of time. So the only other one I saw was when I did my demo ride on the Pan America last weekend. They had one in the gunship gray, but that was a Harley demo truck. So I've not seen another one out. I actually haven't even seen a Low Rider S, a 2022 Low Rider S, let alone an ST. And as it is right now, I've been hearing that basically, if you're trying to buy, like say you want to buy a Low Rider S, but you want an ABS with it, you're not going to be able to get that. Yes, it's an option, but you can't even get one. You can't even order one from the factory because they're saving those ABS modules to put on bikes like the Touaregs, and of course, obviously the ST. Don't get me wrong. I know that good paint jobs can be expensive, but let's call it as it is. Low Rider ST is $22,000. You throw in the Rockford Fosgate speaker setup for $1,000. We'll call it $1,500 with installation. If you were to do it extra, so that's $23,500 if my math is correct. So that still leaves you with like $4,500 for a paint job. And yes, you get what you pay for, but you can't tell me that you can't find another painter to do something similar to that or something completely different and have it not be up to that quality. I think part of it that bothers me is the painting is done by Gunslinger painting and not even in-house at Harley. So, you know, it's really not a Harley icon. I mean, yeah, it's their bike, but they're sending it out for paint. And if you look at the, what was it, the 83 FXRT, I believe it was, that they based it off of, there isn't enough of a differentiation in my mind. I mean, yes, I know it's an icon. It's supposed to be an homage to the bikes of the past, just like the Electra Glide was, but I would have liked to see a little bit more. Not only that, but I still have an issue with those bags. They're lopsided size-wise, and they're not very big to begin with. And to top it all off, you can get a Road Glide Special or a Street Glide Special for, I mean, the base one with the chrome finish if you don't want black. And granted, okay, it will come with a 114, not a 117, but you can get that for less than the price of the El Diablo. So I mean, if you wanted to get the Road Glide ST or the Street Glide ST that comes with the 117 and you know, all the other bells and whistles of a touring bike, you'd have to pony up about like $1,900, maybe $2,000 we'll call it. So to me, if I were going to do it, I would jump to the ST for the 117 and the you know, more better handling and all that over the regular Road Glide. And not only that, on top of it, you're getting the boombox entertainment system, you know, with GPS, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and all that. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. This bike is absolutely gorgeous. As a matter of fact, Mrs. Fiend, my lovely better half, actually wants me to buy this bike. I can't justify it. I watched Blockhead's video on it. I think he was the first creator that had a video out on it, and I was drooling, you know, like nobody's business until we got to the price. So, and that's another thing I want to bring up too is, you know, some people are saying that there's upgraded suspension on this bike. I wouldn't necessarily call it that unless somebody can prove to me otherwise. My understanding is all they did was make the suspension have 1 more inch of height. So yeah, you'll have more suspension travel, but I don't think that they changed the suspension itself. They didn't go with a more upgraded suspension. It's still the same suspension you get in the Low Rider S and the Low Rider ST. They just happened to set it up so that it has 1 more extra inch of height and travel. So let me know down in the comments, what do you guys think about the Low Rider ST El Diablo? Again, like I said, it's an absolutely gorgeous bike. I just can't justify spending that kind of money on it when there are other things available that do it better, you know, for either less money or a little bit more money. So as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, stay shiny side up. Throttle Fiend out.